be annoying.
It is
Um,
specifically because they were like, oh, it's a Zerg versus Zerg. Okay, we need to coordinate this.
basically. All right, but I'll break down the CVZ for you in a second when we get into this thing.
Sounds good.
All right, so here we are pressing Alt F, so that coL.User is gonna go ahead and be the red. I don't know what Gamma Gamer is, but not. What? All right, coL.User is gonna be the red Zerg in the top middle, going up against Complexity's Sasquatch, who is his teammate. As they are both in Complexity, he's gonna be the blue Zerg in the bottom. And okay, so apparently they get money. This is why it's great to watch.
Sasquatch like, no, it's totally not it. But I mean, yeah, these guys are definitely close friends, and not just that, but they probably practice with each other. So that's going to be one really interesting dynamic to watch out for in this matchup. Is going to be they probably know a lot of each other's builds, and it's going to be interesting to see what they are capable of throwing out at each other.
If I win, you still wow. Apparently, there's actually this is like a pseudo grudge bet team match thing. Because this is going beyond bragging rights. We're going to the realms of actual monetary gain through food.
Hey man, it's not about the It's not just about the qualifiers. It's about a pizza.
Yeah, I mean, what's more valuable, Intel Extreme Masters or pizza?
Intel Extreme Masters is kind of more valuable.
Well, actually, yeah, especially if you probably get pizza at Intel Extreme Masters.
Do they? All right, if you win Intel Extreme Masters, think about how much pizza you can buy. You can buy an obscene amount of pizza. You could probably buy a pizza place. Let's be honest.
I would think that pizza places would cost.
Okay, I'm not saying you could support the pizza place afterwards. I'm just saying you could probably buy ownership of the pizza place.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but anyway, so now coL.User has gone for his hatch after his pool. Look at Sasquatch, he has done the exact same thing, hatch after the pool. Pretty much the same time, mirrored builds, except for somehow Sasquatch has managed to get out a little bit more for a small moment, a small wee moment.
Yeah, and I mean, relatively even, but actually one kind of interesting note. Well, actually, no. Looks like a coL.User producing a couple additional drones. So they're going to be sitting at the exact same drone count very, very soon. And we're just going to be waiting to see when that deviation is going to happen. And actually, nope. Gas geysers look. Yeah, actually, the gas geyser timing is going to be the main difference right now, as coL.User still hasn't grabbed either of those gas geysers. Meanwhile, we see Sasquatch already has that first gas geyser finished and mining.
Alright, and now what we're going to be doing, guys, is just enjoying the fact that you can all vote for who you think is going to be winning by going to xanderfever.tv/vote. I'd be especially curious about this game, as we do have ourselves not only a ZVZ, where there's a lot of volatility, but we've got two teammates duking it out, so definitely want to know your thoughts. But now I want to go ahead and talk about the fact that coL.User has now gone in and seen the gas. Unfortunately, he's now leaving before seeing whether or not these drones will stay in the gas. Usually you don't pull them off at this point when you go for the pool then hatch, but it's something you do want to see, because sometimes a player will be cheeky and pull off one or two guys and then go for a bailing nest or something. But right now we're just watching them continuously mining, getting the metabolic boost, and now you gotta look out for what the tech is going to be. Roach Warren, is it going to be a lair? Is it going to be a bailing nest, the Evo chamber? Because some players like to go for the Evo chamber, get the +1 missile upgrade started, then go for the Roach Warren, and then go for the lair, so that you can have super powerful roaches the second they pop out.
Yeah, looks like we're actually going to end up seeing the Baneling Nest coming out of Sasquatch. So, off of one gas geyser, would you say that this is more of a defensive Baneling Nest?
Defensive, pseudo pressure, not all in at all type of play.
Mhm.
Maybe he'll want to do something. You know what he actually could be happening right now? This is actually not Sasquatch, but coL.User has double Evo chambers out. He could literally go pure Ling, go for an early 1-1, and it makes Banelings not one-shot Zerglings, and that could lead to one of the most interesting games ever, because I love watching that style, because it's so not used enough.
That sounds like it's super cool, although we do actually end up seeing an evolution chamber coming out for Sasquatch himself. So if he does decide to go for +1 melee attacks, I guess that could negate that. Although generally you tend up seeing +1 carapace being researched first. Isn't that correct?
Sometimes, depending on the situation and what you want to go for, and depending on the tech you want to lead on for later on. Like, for example, we're having coL.User going for missile attacks right now instead of going for the melee attack. So he's going to be going for the super powerful Roach build where you go for the upgrades first, but
Mhm.
he's doing it with both upgrades.
Yeah, and actually Sasquatch going for the missile attacks as well with his one evolution chamber. So both these players want to go for that roach tech, it looks like, just completely skipping the Zergling and Baneling side of this matchup. Kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, and the big difference though is that Sasquatch is going to have a much faster glial reconstitution. That roach speed is going to be able to start instantaneously because now this layer is done, but he is clearly not starting it instantaneously. There
Yeah,
we go,
actually,
now it started.
there we go, yeah. And actually, one other interesting note is just the fact that coL.User kind of got through the entire early game without actually having to research Zergling speed. So that means 100 extra gas, and of course, he invested that extra gas into that second evolution chamber's second upgrade. So I feel like he's going to be setting himself up pretty well for the later game.
Yeah, he's even now getting his third. He has scouted the fact that Sasquatch threw down his, so he's going to make sure he's not too far behind. But the big thing is that we have Lair just now starting, quarter of the way done, while Sasquatch's has been up for a while and has Roach speed halfway done.
Yeah, and very, very even roach counts out on the map right now. 16 for coL.User and 17 for Sasquatch. So Sasquatch is definitely going to have that defender's advantage. So even though coL.User has moved out across the map with these roaches, they don't have that. Oh, actually, now do have the upgrade advantage. So it doesn't look like he wants to engage just quite yet, though, just because of that concave that we see out of Sasquatch.
Yeah, but now with the Roach speed going to be... Actually, you know what? He should be able to actually get across the map in time so that Sasquatch will not be able to use the Roach speed to chase down these Roaches.
Yeah, really nice timing on that pullback from coL.User. I'm not even sure if he's aware of it, but with a top level player like this, who knows? He should be able to get back to that creep in without losing too many roaches. Does end up losing a few though.
Yeah, it's so far just two, but now they're going on creep, and uh-oh, Sasquatch is going after the third,
Oh.
because he does have vision of it with that Overlord, but now he's just chilling out over here, but he's getting a lot of shots off on coL.User, but coL.User does have that +1 carapace, that's really helping him out in the battle, but you have the concave better with Sasquatch, but the defensive numbers are streaming for coL.User, but Sasquatch is streaming with so much more now. He's got that roach speed helping his positioning so much more, and that roach speed seems to be beating out the +1 carapace that coL.User has.
Yeah, this is kind of insane as we actually see 26 roaches out right now for Sasquatch. Granted, some of those are being rallied across the map, but there are 0 roaches left on the map for a coL.User, as even though there are just 9 popping out right now, he has to be so careful as he's going to be starting to lose some drones very soon if he is not able to fend off these roaches.
And he is not able to fend off his roaches. This is really turning into the game that belongs to Sasquatch, as there's starting to be just too much damage being done. coL.User is engaging drones against roaches, and roaches taking no damage from drones. They even heal over time slowly, and there it is. A single G will get called, and that is going to be the demise of coL.User in this first game, but it is the best of 3. He does have an opportunity to go ahead and pull this off if he just wins the next 2 games against his teammate.